Hello and welcome to Wilderspace Gaming. We're playing another game that is called Lady Blackbird, which sounds very interesting. And Bruce is going to run this, so I shall hand over to Bruce.
Everybody, yep, we're going to run Lady Blackbird, Tales from the Wide Blue Yonder, a nice little one-shot game by John Harper. We've got 4 out of the 5 available characters, and in, I suppose, character marching order in many ways, Lady Blackbird.
Hi, I'm Nick, playing Lady Blackbird. Pleasure to meet you.
And Cyrus Vance.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm playing Cyrus Vance, who is an ex-Imperial soldier turned smuggler and soldier of fortune, and is captain of the Owl, which is our ship.
Indeed. Naomi Bishop.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Naomi Bishop, ex-pit fighter and the bodyguard of Lady Blackbird.
And fan favourite, Snargle.
Not hyping it up at all. Hi, I'm Ian. I'm playing Snargle, who is a goblin star sailor, an all-round techno whiz.
All right, so this game is set in a pretty simple universal setup, and we can sort of colour in the details as we go. So what do we know from the game at the beginning? We know that there is a nobility, that there is an empire, that there is a slightly unusual universe of shattered worlds circling a sort of blue dimming star. We've got a couple of names and a couple of planets, but we don't need to worry about much of that for the moment, because the game begins with Lady Blackbird on the run from an arranged marriage to Count Carlo. Now, we don't know anything about Count Carlo as it stands, and maybe that's a area that we will explore in a little bit more detail during the game. She hired a smuggler skyship, the Owl, to take her from the palace on the Imperial world of Elysium to the far reaches of the Remnants, so that she could be with her once secret lover, the pirate King Uriah Flint. However, just before reaching the halfway point of Haven, the Owl was pursued and captured by the Imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow, under charges of flying a false flag. Even now, Lady Blackbird, her bodyguard, and the crew of the Owl are detained in the brig, while the commander of the cruiser, Captain Hollas, runs the smuggler's ship registry over the wireless. It's only a matter of time before they discover the outstanding warrants and learn that the Owl is owned by none other than the infamous outcast, Cyrus Vance. How will Lady Blackbird? Yeah. How will Lady Blackbird and the others escape the Hand of Sorrow? What dangers lie in their path? Will they be able to find the secret lair of the Pirate King? If they do, will Uriah Flint accept Lady Blackbird as his bride? By the time they get there, will she want him to? Let's find out. You are all...
Next episode on Lady Blackbird, Tales from the Wild Blue Yonder.
You are all in the brig of the Hand of Sorrow, an Imperial skyship. What nature would we find? What would be the nature of this brig? What do you think? What do you think would be suitable for our story? You can start to think about maybe images of what this Imperial starship might be like, the type of uniforms, what sort of nods we might want to take from our own history. Is it sort of a Japanese style, English Victorian style? Is it steampunk, or is it more utilitarian or more fancy? Is it metal? Is it wood?
I'm going by the image you sent me.
Yeah.
Which I think comes from the PDF.
Yes.
So it's a skyship. So it's are we talking right? Are these different planets that are flying between? So, or is there an atmosphere out there? Is it are we flying between planets, or are we flying between locations on a planet?
The worlds of the blue yonder float in a sky of breathable gases circling a small cold star. Scholars believe that the star is made from pure essence, the strange energy that sorcerers channel for their magic. This solar system, in quotes, is much smaller than you might think. It takes about 6 weeks to cross from one side to the other on a standard skyship. Most of the worlds of the Empire are so closely positioned that it only takes a day or two to travel from one to another.
Well, this is a fast skyship, I'll tell you that much.
And there's a sort of barrier, if you like. It's more like a sea in many ways, and then there's a sort of depths that you can go into, or you wouldn't go. The heavier gases from the dense layer of fog below the sky of the wild blue. It's corrosive, it's dangerous, it contains all sorts of dangers. So there's kind of like a cloudy, foggy blue sea below you.
Okay, I think it's a sort of steampunkish style skyship.
So you're on the Hand of Sorrow, the Imperial
I thought in the brig of
cruiser.
our ship.
No, the Owl doesn't
No.
have a brig. It's a fine vessel.
So is our ship sailing close by?
Yes,
It's probably
it's
in tow or-
presumably like anchored
Well,
to it.
To some
or
extent,
tied
you
to-
don't know. That could have been abandoned, scuffled, destroyed. Who knows?
Yeah.
In fact, that might be a source of anxiety for Cyrus.
Most certainly is.
I'm imagining it's sort of aesthetic for the what's it called? Sorry, the Hand of Sorrow that falls somewhere between Warhammer 40,000 and steampunk.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay.
So sort of
It does-
steampunk Warhammer 40,000. So
So quite industrial, lots
yeah.
of grated metals. Do you think the brig would be a barred thing, or maybe just a door with
A door that's got on the outside a wheel that you open.
wheel?
And
Okay,
turn to
I like
open.
that. I like that, and maybe a latch or a little thing they can open up to sort of have a look in and maybe pass food through.
With a little
So
view window as well.
yeah, the brig will be potentially a bare utilitarian space. It's an Imperial ship. They probably have dedicated brig space, so there might be beds and maybe sort of general facilities
It's
available.
Has it got
Probably
an arc light in the ceiling.
Yes.
It's probably pretty cramped in this brig, with
Okay.
all of us in here. Mainly because brigs on cruisers are usually meant for short stays from misbehaving crewmen, not necessarily for holding long-term prisoners.
I like it. So it does have that slightly claustrophobic feel to it.
Yeah, and there's probably like maybe one or two beds, and then they might have put in some like bedrolls if they were feeling generous.
Well, what do you think? Do you think that the captain of the Imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow would be feeling generous?
Well, has he recognised who Lady Blackbird is, or does he think that we're just all 4 crew members of the Owl?
You don't know. As it stands, you've been thrown into the brig. You suspect that he will be running your plates or identification for the ship.
He's got to run his plate, see if you got warrant.
If he hasn't identified Lady Blackbird as Lady Blackbird, then I think we've got 2 beds and no additional bedrolls, and we've been chucked in with the basics.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, probably he's not necessarily expecting us to be here and here that long. It depends, it's just while he runs us. So
Yeah.
yeah. Clock's ticking. How are you going?
So again, have a quick look through your keys, just as a sort of nod to decide what you might want to do next. But to some extent, Cyrus and Lady Blackbird might be the ones that want to start initiating anything. Do you want to wait for the captain to run his scans and his kind of queries through the databases and get the information and then come to you, or do you want to take matters into your own hand?
No, definitely
I think that'd be a bad idea.
I want to start figuring out how we take matters in our own hand. Snargle,
Now,
Snargle, have you got any way? Start to figure out how we could open the door.
Well,
So-
boss, it's on the outside, boss, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, yeah, but I know that you can open doors from the wrong side. I
Yeah,
have
but this
every
one's meant to keep
confidence
us
in you,
in.
man.
Okay, boss. Okay, boss. You say there's a hatch. There's a hatch for food and stuff to be passed through potentially.
Sure.
How big is that hatch? And is that
Tray-sized enough for a tray? I can imagine a little
So it's quite
prison kind of.
low.
Yeah. It could be low, or it could be sort of in the middle, because it might be used for viewing. They might open it up to have a look into the cell to make sure that everything is okay. I'm kind of envisaging just something on a simple hinge.
okay? I have a secret called shape warping.
You do.
That allows me. I'm guessing. I'm feeling that this hatch is going to be too tight a fit for him to squeeze through.
Well, although you have that feeling, do you want to please Cyrus Vance and show that you are a valued member of the crew, or does it look like it's a disaster waiting to happen?
Okay, boss, give us a lift up, and I'm assuming this hatch is it's sort of.
Just to be clear, for the moment, we're just working out how we get out. We're not doing it yet, in case my documents come back with a clean bill of health. I mean, there's a big if. There's a big if in there.
It's in the name, boss. Notorious Cyrus Vance, mate.
Yeah, I think that might be optimistic. Even I've heard of you, and I haven't heard of anybody.
Well,
Okay.
and also Lady Blackbird will be concerned that the powers that be in her family may very well get to hear of this, and you could be trussed up and taken back home. Toot
Yeah.
sweet.
Welcome
also-
to my personal anxiety.
Once they run your plate, so to speak, and they'll start acting against us. We need to
Okay.
get going as soon as possible, I think. So I grab Snargle by the back of his jacket and lift him up so he can see.
Careful, Jesus. Okay, I'm going to try and change my shape to fit through this letterbox of a hole.
No problem at all. I think that would deserve a roll to see how it goes out. And as you said, it was potentially smaller than you would be comfortable with normally. So let's have the first roll of the game. Let's have a look at your character sheet.
So I get one dice for being me. I get another dice for being a goblin. I get another dice for warp shape.
Yep.
And I'm going to put in 3 more dice.
I think also you could argue agile as you kind of weave your way through that hole for 4 dice. But yes, that sounds good. So 4 dice. Okay. And you're going to put 3 dice in?
Yeah, so 7 in total.
Okay, I think you need 3 successes.
Just to remind me, because I was setting up the cameras. How many dice do you start with?
1.
No. In your pool.
7.
7.
7 in your pool.
And then what's the target number to succeed?
4.
In this case, yeah.
4 plus, yeah?
Yep. And then however many 4 pluses you get is the number of successes you have.
Yeah,
and sense. You typically, I'll set a difficulty depending on how
makes sense.
How the situation is, what the circumstances are.
Okay, I got 2 1s, a 2, a 4, and 3 5s.
A 4 and 3 5s. That looks like a success. So you lose those 4 or 3 dice that you put in.
3.
3. So you've got 4 left. And you succeed. How do you succeed? Describe this. Is it a sickening sight, or is it fluid, or is it pleasant?
It's probably not too pleasant, and because of the particularly small gap, there's probably a little bit of cracking and of joints and stuff, as I'm sort of having to twist things in ways they shouldn't be twisted to get the shoulders
not helping
through.
because I'm shoving him through.
Yeah, muscles, easy muscles, cool. Jesus.
How does Snargle feel about being manhandled? That's
not
racist. That is.
Yeah, it's not too worried about being manhandled. It's just a pace. That scratch is careful.
That won't be too rough, but yeah.
You don't know your own strength sometimes.
Naomi, do be gentle with him. We need him to have his faculties intact once he reaches the other side.
Snargle is potentially not the best looking member of the owl crew, and as he sort of pops and twists and his skin kind of flows and his bones and merge and all the rest of it, and the noises are coming from him, and he squeezes through the narrow aperture. It's not a pleasant sight, but
yeah, it lets off a particularly loud fart as it's going through as well. Sorry.
Nice.
Yes, just the cherry on top of that.
I could see with his claws, his goblin-like claws, he's kind of pushing himself through and trying to sort of scrabble through, and then Does he fall? I mean, you've got some good successes there. I think it'd be perfectly reasonable to say
Like
that he doesn't like plop onto the ground in an amorphous blob, but he'd probably gracefully land on the floor, changing back into his normal goblin shape fairly quickly.
I think
almost
Ian
like
may have frozen.
he's almost like a
Oh
cat
no!
squeezing
Oh,
through
yeah.
gaps that they really shouldn't be able to.
Indeed, we have lost Ian, so
Ian said
that is not a
something.
problem.
Ian said something about that we had frozen, and then he appeared to have frozen.
Oh
No
no!
problem. No problem. Gonna pause the recording, Andy, until he gets back.
Yeah, I will do. And we're back.
And we're back. So Snargle glides to the floor. I think we had a sort of cat-like reference. I quite like that. If Ian, if you feel that Snargle has a certain feline grace as he kind of lands onto the ground softly on his feet.
Yeah, he does fall on his feet most of the time. Yeah, and
Yeah, nice. And you can look around. This will be a sort of maybe an antechamber to the brig. It's probably not a very big room. Now, there are going to be a couple of guards hanging around, and I think I can leave it up to you to decide whether they're in the room, either doing something, playing cards, or just outside of this sort of antechamber, guarding the main door, if you like. And there may be some other brig cells here as well.
yeah, I don't know. I personally think they're probably standing either side of the door, the main door, outside in the corridor.
Perfect.
Sentry posted. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and have a look at this door. I'm hoping there's no locking mechanism. It is literally just a big wheel he has to turn.
Oh, I see what you mean. I think a brig like this probably would have some sort of external locking mechanism, but you're hoping that there's no key. I don't know. Give me a d6 roll. 4, 5, or a 6. It's a simple mechanism. A 1, 2, or a 3. There's a lock.
It's a 1, unfortunately.
All right. So the door is locked by some lock mechanism, either needing a key or a combination. Probably a key.
Okay, I'll go and look for the key press on the wall with the appropriately numbered cells. On the
Yeah, go on. That's no problem at all. Of course, that's fine. So yes, you can see that there are a number of keys lined up with the number of cells. Let's say there are 4 brigs here. And, well, can Snargle read?
Be a terrible shame if he
he's all right with it's all right with numbers because obviously
Used to
Yeah.
read gauges and things like that.
gauges exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough.
It's probably not particularly fluent in any, although he's got languages and trade speak under Sly. So
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll
Maybe he doesn't let on that he knows different languages.
yeah axe picking, you know.
Because he's sly.
he can read the words pressure, oil level, and
that's no problem at all. You can match up the numbers, so your brick number 3, key number 3, it's all good.
Okay, I take the key and I just double check the door, make sure there's no noise coming from there, and then as quietly as I can put the key in the lock and turn it. I'm assuming I don't have to stand on something to get up. How big are goblins? I'm not.
Big would you like your goblin to be? I mean, you could be a small creature, or you could actually be like troll-like. And also bear in mind, because you can shapeshift, he quite knows what your actual base size is.
Good point. I'll just grow tall enough to put the.
To be fair, though, it does say that you are agile and quick, which would imply a certain amount of non-bulkiness, if you like.
Slightness. Yeah. Okay.
like the idea that every time the camera pans back to Snargle, he's a different height.
Yeah, slightly bigger, slightly shorter, slightly smaller.
Yeah, slightly wider, slightly narrower.
Every time the camera cuts away and pans back again, he's just a different size.
Yeah.
Oh, camera pans across and misses him because he's shrunk. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll unlock the door and as quiet as I can.
All right. You unlock the door.
Good man.
Captain, your crew
Good
is
man.
certainly full of surprises.
As you unlock the door, is it a well-oiled, well-kept mechanism, which might say something about the rest of the ship and the kind of crew disciplined, or is it one of these sort of backwater Imperial cruisers,
Cook them
rusted or slightly out of
There's more sauce in the
nick?
thing.
Yours to choose. It doesn't really make any difference per se.
It's an Imperial vessel. I think it'd probably be reasonably well kept. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So the mechanism will open nicely. There'll be no nasty screechy sounds. Excellent. Snargle, pleased with his efforts, or just quietly self-deprecating?
Yeah, he's quite. He's a. There you go, boss, ladies. I hope I didn't take too long.
Well done, man. Well done.
You have
Did he
our
just
thanks,
insult you
Mr.
by
Scott.
calling you a man?
Yeah, I was just saying he looks slightly askance at being called a man, but okay.
I mean, this could be a
Oh,
gentle
sorry.
thing that Cyrus and you have going on, right? He keeps on calling you a good man, and you kind of look offended at this insult.
Well, I treat everyone equally, so. I mean, good goblin implies something far worse, surely.
And you think goblins are worse?
Right. Anyway,
That's your problem.
enough of this. I shall lead the way out. So, in this antechamber that's holding the four the doors for the four brigs, is there any sort of weapon racks or anything like that here?
No.
Okay.
I think we can safely say not.
Is there anything that could be turned into a weapon? Like a chair or a stool? Is there anywhere for a sentry to sit if they chose to sit in here? Or
Hold on. You want me to get some weapons?
you have weapons?
There's some Imperial guards next door, aren't there?
There are.
Well,
I'll rush them.
okay. I'll help.
All right.
Or
Do
do
we
you not
think
need
that they?
my-
I'll sneak up to the door where they are, and then when I'm close enough, I'll just career in using pit fighter, living weapon,
All
brutal combat tested.
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
fine. So you are going to quietly open this
I'm
door
also
and then
gonna
burst
hit
through,
my-
or
No,
rip
I'm
it
gonna
off
go-
its hinges.
Rip it off its hinges. I'm hitting my key of vengeance.
All right. Well, much
How do I
to
do that?
Cyrus's, no, wait, what? Oh, and then before you know it, Naomi will rip the door
Living weapon.
somewhat noisily off its hinges. There's a screeching sound of metal and snapping mechanisms and hinges and so forth. Are you going to be careful where you throw the door?
Not really.
Okay. Cyrus might very well be somewhat output to see, or put out by the fact that this large metal door goes flying past his nose. As Naomi begins to get up a full head of steam. Okay. Outside are two slightly startled guards. What sort of dress might be they in? Are they going to be in full Space Marine battle armor or some sort of uniform, more sort of Navy-like?
I was imagining something more uniform Navy-like, but
I think so. Yep.
Something, yeah.
Let's give a strong colour theme. What do we think? Is it going to be dull dun, or a nice white, or a bright red, or a blue?
Blue, I think. A sort of muted
Blue.
blue colour with stronger blue highlights.
Yeah, actually, I
Sweet.
agree. I think a darker blue, mainly because usually sailor uniforms are meant to stand out when a sailor is overboard so that they are easier to rescue. So when you are in a big, wide open, expansive sky, being in a darker colored uniform makes you easier to pick out at a distance.
Okay.
Should a
Nice.
rescue be attempted.
Yes, nice. I like it. All right, Chris, you're going to use
Okay,
your.
so I've used 2 points of dice from my dice pool. I think I've got therefore 8 dice. Does that sound about right?
So you've got Naomi, pit fighter, combat tested, brutal, living weapon, fast and hard.
So,
6,
Um,
7.
yeah, plus I'll take 2, so that should make total 9 dice, not 8 dice.
9.
So
Okay.
okay,
And
I
you've
will
hit your
imagine
key of vengeance. The Empire enslaved you. Oh yes, strike a blow against the Empire. Yes, absolutely. You can have
especially by
a.
killing an Imperial. So I'm not going to be too gentle.
Okay. Do you want to take an experience point for hitting your key or a dice pool?
I think a dice pool this time. Early days yet. That's one,
Alright.
2, 3, 4, 5 successes. If it's 4
5
plus.
successes. Well, I think it was going to be. Yeah, I think 5 successes will take them both out. So describe Naomi's fighting style. I take it it's not calm and collected and
It's not calm and collected.
graceful like.
It verges on berserk, and she just crashes through the door. They both move round, startled. Their hands go to the weapons. I just grab one's head and throw them at the other one, and then as they're staggering, I just don't stop until they're both on the ground.
Right. I come rushing out to assist and probably find it's over.
It is over. Just how messy was Naomi? Is there a fair amount of blood and broken bones involved in this?
Yeah, one of them's probably dead. One of them isn't.
Okay.
I bend over and pick up a sword and a pistol and toss them to the others. You wanted weapons.
Nice. It is worth reminding Cyrus that this is Lady Blackbird's bodyguard that we've just seen in action. So it does bear thinking about.
Yes, it certainly bears thinking about.
Efficient work as always, Naomi.
Sorry. So,
Thank you, milady.
what weaponry did they have on? They each got what weaponry? They each have a
I
pistol.
said,
and a
I
sword.
think a pistol and a sword are fine each. Yeah.
Right. So we've got 2 pistols and 2 swords. What is Naomi keeping? One of each.
no, I'll find a banister or something and just take an iron bar.
Okay.
I really, honestly, I'm happy with that one. Enough with that one.
Lady Blackbird, what would you like?
I shall take both a sword and a pistol.
Okay. Snargle.
Yeah, give us a shooter, boss. I'm not going no good with those swords.
Okay. I thought so. I'll keep the sword. I'm happy with either. Okay.
Snargle does want to just check the 2 guards.
One of them is very definitely dead.
Dead.
Okay.
Sorry, Squire.
Captain.
He goes to the other one and he puts him in the recovery position.
All right.
Captain.
He is most certainly unconscious, but still breathing.
Yeah.
Are you
And then-
proficient with firearms, Captain?
Yes.
I hand him my pistol. I have other means of dealing with ranged threats.
Okay.
I believe spreading out our capabilities for maximum flexibility would be wise.
Yes. Your process of dealing with ranged threats is to stand back and let Naomi go berserk.
Yeah, I don't deal with threats. I have people for that.
A very wise decision, Lady Blackbird.
All right. You've
Um,
broken out of the brig, but now you're faced with your next challenge, which is
Right.
where
So
next?
Well, just before we do anything else, have either of the bodies got any things like rings of keys or anything like that on them?
No, we established that they were just kept in a lockbox outside
No,
the brig.
that was for the brig keys. I'm thinking for other locations. Actually, there probably wouldn't be.
No, I can't think of.
No,
Don't think so.
One last thing, Captain. Please refer to me as Nat.
Nat. Okay.
We wouldn't want them cottoning on to our deception.
Okay. Certainly, Nat. Okay.
Thank you.
But one of the things that you need to decide, Nick, is whether your name is actually a fake name. It's not actually your real name as well. It's completely up to you. It could be your real name, or it could be a ruse.
I go by many names.
What next?
Right, so I have quite a bit of knowledge of Imperial warships, and this is one of them. So what I want to try and find is I want to try and find a viewport, particularly a viewport to the rear, to see if they are towing the owl or something like that. And then, because
If I may, the first question perhaps is, does it feel like the ship's moving?
well, sorry, I've assumed it was from the earlier description,
Yeah.
but that's a very good question.
So, yeah, and I think another question for me is, how does it feel to be back on an Imperial skyship?
Bringing back bad memories for me. Bad memories.
Bringing
What about
back a
Cyrus,
mixture
though?
of memories for me, some good, some bad, and it's raising a degree of anger in me.
How do you feel about? Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, that's interesting because how do you feel about the owl now? Is it nice to have a proper sort of Imperial, like that's a certain solidity and kind of
No, because
size?
the owl is mine. This is not.
Okay, okay.
And there's been a lot of efforts from myself and the crew in building up and maintaining the owl.
Where's that anger coming from?
The fact that I'm an outcast and exiled from the Empire.
All right,
The reasons for that.
all right, Cyrus. It's almost a trivial matter to try and figure out whether the ship is moving or not, but I'd like to get you to roll anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think you probably only need 2 successes to figure this out, but additional successes might give you more information about the state of the ship.
Right. So I think it's actually more my smuggler trait, and that it's the pilot, maybe navigation as well.
Yep.
So that's sorry, hang on a sec. So 1 for me,
Yep.
1 for smuggler, 1 for pilot,
Yep.
1 for navigation. So 4.
Yep.
How many successes do I need?
2. So currently you're on a reasonable chance.
So these 7 dice.
Yes.
How often do they refresh?
There's 2 ways of how often. You can refresh them at any time by doing something called a refresh scene, which is really one of those kind of segues where you have to you do like a bit of role playing. You explore a question within somebody's background. You do an exchange, and if it's deemed suitable, you refresh. So possibly like a short rest, but it could even be mid-battle.
Okay.
Like Firefly, with Zoe and Mel kind of fighting off the troops in Serenity Valley, and they kind of have a brief moment in their cover, and they kind of exchange words, and that might refresh.
Okay.
So it's easy to come, easy go.
Okay. So I'm going to put 2 in.
Yep.
Because I'm getting the impression that they're easy come, easy go. We should spending these, not hoarding them.
Yep.
And I need 4 pluses, and I need 2.
Yep.
And on 6 dice, I got 2.
Sweet. So those 2 extra dice were worth it. So you've succeeded. So you lose those 2 extra dice. You've got 5 left.
Yep. Are we moving?
Did you think you hit your key of commander when you ordered Snargle to break out?
I was trying to. I'm not entirely sure because it's sort of Naomi sort of took over and sort of half shoved him through.
I think we'll give you a tick on that one. Do you want to take a dice or an XP for that? Snargle did what he was told.
Okay. I shall take an XP.
Sweet. All right.
On that note, putting the guard in the recovery position was me trying to play key of conscience.
Oh yeah, don't be shy by asking me. Don't just say,
Yeah.
You were trying to hit a key. That's not a problem. I don't necessarily have an intrinsic understanding. If you don't like to see any of your enemies, hit your key when you help somebody who is in trouble or when you change somebody's life for the better. I will give it to you for the first one. Must try harder for the second. Do you want to take a dice or an XP?
I'll take a dice.
Good man. All right. So you succeeded with 2 successes. I think that they are probably stationary. I don't think that it's necessarily easy to tow other ships through the sky, and it would take a lot of effort. And they probably are just waiting for information. So, yeah, the ship feels stationary.
Okay, then in that case, what direction were they in when they captured us? Were the 2 ships attached to each other? Did they? How did they board us? Essentially, if they're on our port side, then I want to go and try and find a porthole, a viewing window or something on the port side to have a look.
I think it's perfectly reasonable to say that you can look out the current porthole and see if you can see your ship.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a boarding action. It's probably have to get relatively close to do that, but whether they have to be touching, I don't know. There's probably some sort of, devices that allow them, like ship to ship boarding, but they're probably fairly close. I would say that the owl.
So we're talking something like an umbilical cord linking them that people cross over, or a bridge, or are we?
Yeah, probably.
Jetpack?
Yeah, some sort of bridge or whatever. No, not jetpacks. This is a breathable atmosphere out there. It's not space. So, yeah, the owl will be still attached to the Hand of Sorrow for sure.
Okay, so seeing where it is, and my knowledge of Imperial warships, and we obviously got to look at the Hand of Sorrow before we were captured, so I know what class of ship it is. And I know where the brig is on that. I'm going to try and navigate from where we are to the bridge across to the owl.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm going to try and navigate us to where we would get onto the bridge onto the owl.
Oh, okay. So you're going to summon up your knowledge of previous Imperial cruisers.
So I'm going to. So me. My name. Ex-Imperial soldier.
Yep.
Definitely Imperial warships.
Yep.
And then maps feels that's a stretch. That's more maps of the world and stuff, I'm assuming, rather than deck plans. I don't
know. I think in this particular case it would apply.
Okay, so that's 4 dice total.
Yep.
And I think
you're going to need 3.
So I think I don't think I can really justify tactics command.
In fact, what I'm going to say is actually I'm going to say it's going to be challenging, not because it's difficult to navigate there, but you are going to encounter activity along the way. So to actually get there without being spotted or something happening.
It's more to set us on the route, so I know the route there. I'm fully expecting there to be things on the way.
Oh, you can do that without rolling. That's fine.
Okay.
If you're just going to set yourself on the right route, then that's no problem at all.
Right. Okay. So I will. Right. Okay. What I will do in that case, if there's can I attempt to roll to try and avoid as many? Take a route that I think will avoid standard guard posts. So I think we got to 4.
Yep.
Me, ex-Imperial soldier, maps, and Imperial warships. I don't think any of the others. Can we? I mean, his tactics. This feels a bit of a stretch as well.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, 5. And you said 3 successes.
4.
4 successes.
I'll give you a dice from my dice pool for this.
Okay. I'm going to put 2 of my own dice pool in as well.
Okay.
So I'm up to 8 dice, and I need 4 successes.
Yep.
1, 2. I rolled 3 successes.
So you get your 2 dice that you spent back, and Lady Blackbird gets the 1 dice that she spent back. You also get an extra dice now, Andy, for failing.
Okay.
That roll. The GM will now escalate the situation. I don't think a condition is necessarily in order, but I do think that you will have an encounter with some additional guards. I think 2 Marines and a lieutenant will be heading towards the brig to take you out of the brig, maybe actually fetch you and take you to the captain. So as you're working your way through the ship, you open a hatch, and then at the other end another hatch opens, and there's that moment where a young lieutenant looks at you and you look at him. What do you do?
I shall say to him slightly arrogantly, "Your worst fears have come true," and then I shall attack him with a sword.
God, my mother's on board.
What I shall say...
Wait, my mother-in-law's here.
Sorry, and I shall say to the
mother-in-law's even better.
I shall say to the others... I say to Snargle, rather, don't fire unless it's needed. Because of the noise. Okay, so I'm leaping forward to attack, but quite possibly...
What are you leaping forward to attack with?
The sword I've got.
Ah, sweet. A duel of officers. One former, one young and up-and-coming. He draws his own sword.
Well, I'm half working on the assumption that even though I leap forward to attack, Naomi might well beat me there.
No, everybody else is going to head in a different direction while you provide the distraction.
We'll stand at the back.
Stay close to
Your sacrifice will be remembered, Captain.
Look, Snargle, there's a number of different ways that you can get promotion in this world, and you've just found one of them.
Captain Snargle now.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so do you want me to make an attack roll then?
Well, let's find out what else everybody else is doing.
Certainly.
So the lieutenant and you close epically, heroically the scene. The camera would pan to your swords drawn and the duel about to begin. What does everybody else want to do?
Before they clash,
Mhm.
I am going to point at the lieutenant, and I'm going to channel lightning to shock the lieutenant, and hopefully into unconsciousness.
There are 2 other.
Oh yes, you are right.
guards
Yeah, I will. I will leave the officers to their duel.
Well, and undermining Cyrus in front of his men. Men and their manhoods are very fragile egos.
Such fragile egos. Yes. I will instead. Yeah, I will do what I was going to do, but I'll point at one of the other 2 guys instead, and with a thrumming word of power,
all right,
it, like echoes and reverberates.
I like it. I like
trying to do it quietly, but that plan just failed.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
to be
okay.
fair, yeah. But
Yeah.
All right, Snargle and Naomi.
Snargle's going to take a step to, as far as he can. Obviously, his captain's charged forward. He's going to try and get to the side, and then it's not great with a gun. He's sort of wavering around, trying to get a clean shot at the Marines without hitting the swordsman. But he's not firing. He's just trying to. He wants to see what they're doing. And if they're just watching on, he'll leave it for the moment.
I can just envision the scene where sort of Snargle is kind of like waving the gun around, and like Lady Blackbird steps in front to sort of cast her arcane magic, and there's like Naomi's heart kind of like jumps to her mouth as kind of Snargle's gun is like in the back of Lady Blackbird's head.
I am exactly read my thoughts. I am staying close to Nat, as we're calling her at the moment, to make sure that neither the any of the Imperial Navy guys. Neither Snargle can do any damage, so I'm doing my job as a bodyguard at this moment. I'll let the captain handle.
I can just see his Snargle firing. There's going to be like a nudge. You can give him an extra dice, like a little nudge away from Lady Blackbird's head. To
It's a good idea. I can help. I can help someone else, can't I? But by
course you
giving them
can,
one of my
yes.
dice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give Snargle an extra dice in that case by encouraging him in the right direction.
Yeah,
Excellent. All right.
yeah, that and that's Naomi just kind of gently pushing the barrel slightly to the side and then nodding.
Yes.
Be putting the safety back on. That'll help
Oh,
everybody. All right. The lieutenant and Cyrus move forward to clash.
Right. So
You are an experienced naval officer, but he has also been to the academy.
yes. So, but now, Hasek, I've got some questions here. Right. So, just
Okay.
work out total. So, I've got me 1, warrior 2, battle hardened 3, fencing 4, and sword 5. Yeah?
Okay.
Now, I want to. If the key of the outcast, hit your key
Yep.
when your outcast status causes you trouble or is important in a scene. If I say he recognizes me,
Yes.
and I don't know, maybe he's distantly related to me or something like that,
Yep.
and maybe the reason he's been sent down by the captain is to confirm whether I am the legendary, certainly in my own lifetime and certainly my own ego, the legendary Cyrus Vance,
Yes.
or whether
I can. Yep. I'll let you hit your key. Do
yeah,
you want to take
but
an XP or a dice?
well, does that give me it's hit your key when your outcast status causes you trouble or is important in a scene. So I feel like he's got to gain something from that. Do I lose a dice
He
or
will.
something? Oh, he will.
No. I think I will make it one level more difficult.
Okay. Yeah.
Cyrus Vance is
Yeah.
an unholy blend of Han Solo, Horatio Hornblower, and Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh no, there's a bit of Mal from
Yeah,
Firefly in there
yeah.
as well. Right.
Would you like
Okay,
to take
fair
an
enough.
XP or a dice?
I'm going to take an XP.
No worries. Brilliant. Okay. So
So I've got
his eyes
four, I got
his eyes
four,
widen
yeah?
as he recognizes he's been told something by his captain about your past, and you can see sort of the flush of blood and determination rushing to his face, and he takes on a aggressive stance, determination plastered over his young face. You're not going to pass him.
So how does combat work? Is it each of us rolls and we have a
Super high level. There's no specific rules about combat.
no.
So I
What
could
I
draw.
meant was, do you roll as well? Is it an opposed roll, or just I just get an increased number of the target number goes up?
In this particular case, we'll make the target number go up because you're hitting your key.
Yep.
And it's also good role playing. It's good sort of having a young upstart. But whether now we can choose if this was an epic duel between you and the captain. I might say that actually you're not going to defeat him in one round. I might decide to draw it out to say 2 or 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no. I never roll any dice in this game, which
Okay.
is a big tick in my favour for the system. And combat is no different from anything else. It's just an obstacle to be overcome.
Okay. So what is the target number?
So you need to roll 4s.
No.
You always need to roll 4s.
How many successes?
4
Four.
successes.
Right. So I'm going to put. This is feeling quite critical. I'm going to put 4 dice in.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a
That
total
leaves
of
you with-
8.
That leaves you with 2.
Yes.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7
Jesus.
out of 8 successes.
Jesus. Okay, so you lose those dice. My feeling here is that fresh out of the academy and determination is not really going to get you very far in a sword fight with an experienced ex-Imperial officer. Given the number of successes you've just displayed, how does it go down?
I'd like to first of all gash him in the leg and sort of hamstring him a little so he's unable
Okay.
to move very well. Then I'd like to, with a backswing, disarm him and knock his sword out of his hand. And then I'd like to give him a quick flick across the cheek with the tip of the blade to give him a scar that he can tell people about when he met the legendary Captain Cyrus Vance.
Well, he is quite good looking and has a certain dashing
Oh, in that
look
case,
about him.
well, no, he's quite good looking. I won't damage his nose. Then it'll be a nice
Yeah, a
scar
little.
that sort of no, just below he could grow a beard to hide it if he wished.
My goodness.
You're
Okay.
accommodating like that.
He gasps in pain as you run him through the thigh, preventing him from limiting his movement completely. As he takes his eye off the moment, you delicately flick his sword out of his hand, and it flies to one side, clattering on the metal deck. And then, with almost a negligent flick, you nick his chin with the edge of your sword, and the blood, the determination drains from his body. He goes pale, knowing that you could now run him through with no effort at all. And he essentially puts his hands up and surrenders. Meanwhile, it's all over in a moment as well. Barely a moment passes. Meanwhile, Lady Blackbird, Nick.
Yeah. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. No. Yeah, so that would probably so that is probably so definitely lightning from
Okay.
Master Sorcerer, so that's one for
Oh
being
yes.
me, one
One,
for lightning.
one for Master Sorcerer.
Yep, one for Master Sorcerer, so that's 3.
Yep.
One for Stormblood, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yep.
And perhaps this is a bit of a stretch, but perhaps one for shooting.
You can't go outside of that Master
Oh, right.
Sorcerer,
Okay,
but you can
fair
definitely
enough.
get Spellcaster. You can definitely get Spellcaster.
Okay, so yeah, so spellcaster, so that's 5. And I shall put 2 dice into this to bring my total
Okay.
up to 7.
Go for it. You'll need 3 dice to set something off.
Right. Yeah, I got 3. I got a 6, 5, and a 6.
Perfect. All right. Are Lady Blackbird's spells delicate? Are they artful? Are they refined? Or they are brutal? Are they raw, untapped power? Does she have control over her spellcasting? I mean, she is a master sorcerer.
Yeah, I would say it's a sort of graceful power, right? There's
Okay.
a like the gesture combined with like the bearing and the vocalization of the spell, and the actual bolt of lightning is precise in both its aim and its like it's not a crackling thunderbolt. Like I'm not summoning lightning from the sky. I'm. It's a quick.
So would it
like
even be better
jolt.
for the lightning bolt just to sort of wrap itself around this guy like a rope and like crackle, rather have that sort of control to it rather than say being a lightning bolt?
Yeah, you could almost say it's. I mean, I was thinking more like a taser, where it hit.
Yeah.
It's a quick stunning bolt that hits him and just immediately turns his lights off.
All right. There's a kind of any color in particular, or is it just a lightning color?
I would say it's just like the uh uh almost blue tinged white that you would expect from the purest lightning.
Perfect. Okay. Strikes one of the soldiers and like a taser, he and then
Yeah,
collapses to the
exactly.
ground. What Chris, Naomi, she's doing it again, right? She's at the front, firing off spells.
Well, as I say, I'm staying very close to her, so I can, if anything happens, I can.
All right, Snargle. Bang! What happens?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take a shot. Actually, he's going to go. He's going to go. This gun's, it's too big for him. It's just so he's going to shove that in his belt, and he's going to start taking.
The last Marine is making his way through the hatch. He's seen one guy go down. His lieutenant's fighting a duel with the notorious Vance, and he's kind of scrabbling around to get towards you and Lady Blackbird. You take one look at the gun.
He's going to run towards the Marine, and very
Yep.
reminiscent of I can't remember the replicant's name, but out of Blade Runner, sort of do a tumble.
Oh yeah.
Towards him, but as he gets that final jump, he's going to try and shrink himself down. So if the Marine tries to fend him off, he's going for his head and his face, and just going to. It's not really trying to hurt him; it's just trying to distract him.
Okay, I do sort of imagine as you leap up this sort of hissing ball of fur, goblin kind of claws and teeth, scaring light. So the guy executes a perfect and flawless, draws his sword, executes a perfect lunge to where he thought you would be, but you've already shrunk and then jumped up out of the way. So he executes a perfect lunge and he gets a goblin in the face. There's a scream of panic as these claws and teeth come at him in all directions.
Yeah.
Give me a roll.
Right, so I'm going to go so I'll get one for being him, one for being goblin.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it all in here. I'm going to go tumbler.
Yep.
And teeth and claws.
Oh yeah.
Which gives me 4.
Yep.
Can I put agile in there as well? Was that?
Yeah, I think agile and quick as well, because you're trying
agile
to
and quick.
Yep.
And I'm going to put, what's that? I'm up to 6 at the moment.
Yep.
Yep.
I think basically one of these. I think if you got 3, you're probably going to kind of scare him, maybe knock him out, disable him or kind of terrify him for a moment. If you got to 4, I think you would just he'd just collapse from fear. He probably has never even seen a goblin. It's like a nightmare out of his nightmares kind of attacking him. He might just go stone
cold. On that
cold.
basis, I'm going to stick 3 of my own dice in as well.
Good man. Does that leave
I had a
you with
dream it would end
2?
this way.
3. Yes, leaves me with 2.
Good. All right, go for it. And you got about 8, I think.
9.
9. Perfect. Go for it.
I just imagine him screaming,
1,
"The old fortune
2,
teller was
3,
right!"
4. That's 4 exactly.
Perfect. Now your captain did say quietly, which is the reason why you put the pistol away, really. Are you going to make this attack in a sort of silence or with sort of hissing goblin fury?
It's the whole tumble run getting to him is just as these feet hit the floor, but as he hits the
claws,
as he comes in, it's a screeching howl as he sort of goes in for the full teeth and
he
claws.
makes the thrust, then this thing comes up into his face, making a screeching howl, claws and teeth, and then he just
How did the cat get aboard this ship?
Collapses to the ground, fainting. Stone cold. Fortunately, nobody saw that, as everybody else was engaged. So his after-action report will probably claim magic or some other arcane influence rather than just sheer panic. All right.
The claws of the creature were coated in some form of paralysis toxin.
Yeah, indeed, yes. It was definitely some sort of toxin. Okay. For a moment, there is the silence which the captain wanted. The young lieutenant looks around him, a bead of sweat dripping down his forehead as he waits to see what you're going to do. His young life flashing before him.
I'm imagining this sword is a bit like a cutlass, so it's got a sort of. So I shall then simply just punch him in the jaw and knock him out.
Okay, you can do that. You have plenty of successes. All right. He looks slightly relieved at your action as he crumples to the ground, thankful almost.
Right. Does he have a pistol as well?
No.
Do either of the Marines have a pistol?
Yes.
I shall acquire a second pistol then.
Okay.
I shall acquire my first pistol.
As the saying goes, in Lock, Stock and Snatch, you're tooling up.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, if we keep this rolling, we'll just have all of the guns aboard.
Just to be clear, both Marines were down as well, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
One is electrocuted and probably twitching occasionally.
The other one wishes he'd been electrocuted.
Yeah, the other one wishes he'd
He
been
got
electrocuted.
goblin to the face. Right.
various scratches and cuts and things on his head.
There
They
are
didn't cover that in basic training. I'm just saying.
He's probably going to want to get some shots after this.
there are spare swords, so I shall offer one to Naomi and
Okay, I'll
to
take us all.
Snargle as well. Do you want a sword, Snargle?
In his current size, it's just going to drag along the ground, so no, he's not.
Okay. Right. I shall continue leading them along the path. To the
Okay, let's get on. How loud was that lightning bolt?
yeah, that's what I was worrying. How loud was the lightning bolt?
It was pretty refined, actually. It was probably not much louder than a taser.
Okay,
So barely,
with a bit of luck,
just some crackling.
In that case, my key of the commander is about giving orders, and I want to keep it quiet. Have I succeeded on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Take another XP.
no, I'll take a dice actually.
Okay.
To put up to 3.
Perfect.
What could I say that I perhaps hit Key of the Paragon on that?
Ooh.
On that spell? What with the deftness and precision?
I'm going to give it to you for the first one, but a bit more superiority in the future.
Fair enough.
Would you like XP or dice?
I will take XP, just
Good
to
man.
be different.
All right. Andy, when you get to 5 XP, you'll be able to do something with it.
Yeah, I've only
So-
got 2 XP. I've put because I put that last one into dice. So I'm on 3 dice.
Actually, you should have got 2 for yours because you put yourself in danger for that outcast one. So you should have got 2 XP for that. So when you do something that's sort of dangerous or has the potential for danger,
So I should be on 3 XP
you double up.
and 3 dice. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Right. I shall. Oh, sorry. One last thing. Just search the lieutenant. Has he got anything special? Being a lieutenant, has he got anything special on him? I'm trying to think what a lieutenant would have that might be useful that a mere marine wouldn't have.
He has an officer's uniform.
I'm not changing
so you
that to
mildly
fine
stained
clothing.
with blood.
Yes, it's the
Um,
leg. Yeah, yeah. You're quite right. It's covered in blood.
Well, the pants are.
That's true.
A thought is occurring to me. How close would you say he is to my size?
Why? What are you thinking?
I
jacket.
mean, I'm thinking I might perhaps relieve him of his officer's jacket and perhaps his hat as well. To cause perhaps a brief moment of hesitation upon should we happen upon another group.
So you're going to don this garb, are you?
Yes,
You're going to put it over your clothing, or will you be partially disrobing?
I will be partially disrobing.
I shall turn my back and blush slightly.
I'll carry the spare clothes.
Okay.
Thank you, Naomi.
Is Snargle going to face away, but one of his eyes is going to rotate around the back of his head?
No, he's not going to. He's going to keep, and he's going to just nudge.
Or has he got
Sorry,
no clue
no,
what's going on here, and he's just going to go like, "Why is everybody looking away?"
Yeah, he's going to be. He's going to watch, but he's going to nudge. Sorry. Oh.
I know. It's
Have a
exciting.
sneaky peek. Sneaky
That's
peek.
why they don't.
Right.
That's they don't let women on ships, isn't it?
So, I believe that would hit. So obviously 1 for.
No, you don't need to make a roll. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Not a problem at all.
Okay. I imagine the roll will come up when we actually have to use it to attempt to deceive.
Absolutely. We won't know how effective it is until it's used, if it does indeed need to be used.
I am
I shall-
noting that I am currently dressed as a lieutenant.
Yeah, go on.
I shall carry on leading everyone to the way onto the owl.
Okay, you are getting very close to the owl when ship-wide alarms begin to go off.
Hurry!
Klaxons or
That's part of
bells.
our plans ended now, I think. It lasted longer than I expected, to be honest.
The noise is significant and gives you a certain amount of. I don't know, how is everybody reacting to that? It's just loud noise, adrenaline fueling you, or
Moving more quickly.
moving
Yeah.
more quickly.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
You can also, over the sound of the alarms, as you approach the. What do we think? You mentioned an umbilical cord. Do we think a wooden sort of decking going over to the owl's
Sort of gangplank.
main entrance?
So
Yeah, a gangplank.
a gangplank, probably on a winch that's been lowered down.
Yeah, with maybe safety railings. I mean,
Yeah.
this is an Imperial ship, and health and safety is going to be important. We're not in the Star Wars universe.
Well, is it therefore sort of like a cage thing with a bit over the top as well? No, that would
That might be
that
a
would be
little-
impractical. That would be impractical.
Yes, it'd be impractical. It'd be a little extravagant as well for an Imperial ship. You know,
Okay.
got to keep the costs down.
Perhaps if this were an Imperial battleship.
It is. It is an Imperial battleship, isn't it?
No, it's a cruiser.
Oh, it's just a small one.
Sorry. It's a small one.
Troll cruiser.
Yeah, the Hand of Sorrow is
Probably-
only
probably,
550 meters.
Yeah.
Right.
Only 550 meters.
Yes, exactly.
It's just a small one.
Look, a battle cruiser can be as long as a kilometer.
Absolutely, absolutely. You see some of the plans on the naval draft boards. Okay, you can hear the sounds of marching footsteps, Marines coming beginning to emerge all over the ship. You make it to the gangplank. You can see the owl. You don't know if there's going to be anybody else on the other side guarding the owl.
Well, we'll
Right.
deal with that problem when they come to it.
Is there anyone guarding the actual bridge across?
That's a good question. Give me a dice roll. On a 4, 5, or a 6, the answer is no.
5.
No.
Right.
Why would they need to? You're safely in the brig.
Right. The bridge of our ship is the Owl's going to have sort of ports and stuff like that. Can we see anyone? Can we see from here if there's anyone on the bridge of our ship?
Oh, I mean, that would be, looking at the picture, pretty easy, actually. Might be a little
There's
bit.
a picture of it lower down, Andy. In the document.
Yep, there's a little picture of the owl. You probably able to see it. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. Give me another roll. 1, 2, or a 3. There are some figures moving around in there. Maybe some sort of cleaning crew.
3.
Okay, yes, you can see some figures moving around the bridge.
I am going to...
3 of them, in fact.
I'm going to sprint across the gangplank and try to gain the bridge first. I have a plan.
Okay, I will stay close to Lady Blackbird because she's putting herself in bloody danger again.
Right.
Yeah,
And it is your ship, Cyrus, but apparently events have been overtaken.
Well, I'm about to trump her, so I'm going to say to Snargle, disengage that bridge. Yeah.
Can we call it a gangway, please? I'm
gangway?
getting
Yeah.
confused by
Assuming we're at
the
the bridge.
term bridge. Are we
Bridge
talking
and the
about
bridge.
two people have referred to bridge now? Do you mean the bridge between the two ships, or do you mean the bridge?
Yes.
You
Sorry,
control
I charge
ship
across the
from?
gangplank. Yes.
Okay. But
Okay,
are you?
shall
I
across the
attempt to gain the bridge of the owl.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. That's
Okay. I shall issue an order to Snargle of disengage the gangplank. Yep.
Right. He's halfway. Yep.
Yep.
He's racing along the gangplank, so you want him to disengage it from the owl.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Thus
then,
stranding you on the Hand of Sorrow.
no, because I shall then use Secret of Warp Blood and teleport myself to the to the bridge of the owl so that I get there first. And sorry, I have sheathed my sword and I have drawn both pistols.
Nice. Right. What could go wrong with teleporting yourself? Let's find out. Okay, Snargle is racing across the gangplank. You hear a command from Cyrus to disengage the gangplank. Are you abandoning, therefore, everybody else? Is that the idea, Cyrus? Is you're abandoning everybody else?
No,
Or are you?
I've seen everyone else rush across.
Not
I
everybody
thought-
else. Only Snargle's gone so far.
No, I thought
Lady Blackbird said that she was rushing to gain the bridge.
Oh,
of the
sorry,
owl,
Lady Blackbird, not
and
Snargle.
I said I
do
was
apologise.
following.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yes. Okay. Yeah.
Lady Blackbird's rushed
The
across.
three of yeah.
Naomi's got,
My mistake. I got confused. with
Naomi's
the
followed,
pictures.
and
My
then
mistake
I've ordered
completely.
Snargle to go across and then disengage the bridge. At which point I then teleport. Yeah, so I'm the last
Yeah,
one to
I-
leave the Hand of Sorrow.
Yeah,
Give me-
I wasn't intending to take the hand of sorrow single-handedly. I'm brave, but I'm not foolish.
Oh yeah, you do it with my help.
But it did cross your mind briefly.
It did.
Okay. No problem. Give me a teleport to the bridge of your ship roll. Not
Right.
something.
I have no
That-
right.
Have you done that before?
Well, it says Secret of Warpblood. Once
Many
per
times.
session, you can teleport yourself or someone you're touching. So it's not automatic. It requires a dice roll, does it?
Well, I don't think. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think you're actually the first person, as far as I can remember, that's actually used that secret in the game when
Okay.
I've played, which is quite interesting.
Considering how useful it is in escaping.
Well, since we were in
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that because we were in a brig, and had I have realised it was there prior to ordering
Nobody-
Snargle, I wouldn't
nobody ever,
I wouldn't have ordered Snargle. I'd have done it myself.
nobody ever uses it because it's so useful that they leave it right until the end, and then because it's only once per session.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you use it, you kind of lose it. I think that is fine. You are familiar with your bridge. It's not a particularly long distance, and you are determined. So we shall say that you teleport. Now, what sort of special effect are we going to apply to this teleporting as we get into post editing for the scene?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it looks like everything sucks into a point of blackness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And then
what are we
pops out of
telling the
existence,
CG
And then
artists?
a point of blackness appears on the bridge and grows into me in fraction of a second.
Okay. Excellent. We'll do that then. Little sound effect as well. A little pop as you disappear. A little bang as you arrive. And two very bemused
I think it's
engineers.
I think he said 3.
Two very bemused engineers.
Yeah.
Glance up from what they were doing. They're looking around over your. Looks like they're trying to download some logs or some other information
Mhm.
from the ship, and they kind of look up completely like that was not what they were expecting.
Okay.
You've got 2 pistols.
Yep.
Well, what are you going to do?
I shall say jump overboard or die.
Did you say or and? Yeah, I think you said or. Yeah.
Or their choice. They might survive if they jump overboard, but hopefully it will prompt a distraction for the ship crew of the Hand of Sorrow to retrieve their falling people rather than chase us.
Yes. Okay. I mean, jumping
that a
overboard, I
thing?
suspect, is going to be pretty fatal.
Oh, is it?
Yes, you're sort of in the sky at the moment.
Yeah, but they'll be falling, and the ship could just fly down and pick them up, can't it?
Statistically, okay. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's.
Look, it's certain death or possible death.
I
Dealer's
don't.
choice.
I will say that it's very likely there's some sort of life buoy equivalent in this universe that they can grab as they go out, and it'll kind of make them float or bob on the like some sort of balloon effect. That will
Okay.
save
Yeah,
all blushes.
Like a life vest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get a life vest and get overboard or die.
Okay.
And I'm trying to intimidate them. So
Intimidate
I'm going to
them.
use me, survivor, intimidate, creepy stare. I've got a trait of creepy stare.
I think I'll give you tough.
Okay, but not creepy stare. Okay.
Well, if you want to use your creepy stare, you can, but it might come back to haunt you later.
Oh, I'm going for it.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to put any. How many successes do I need?
2. Dead
I'm
easy.
I'm not putting anything in.
Okay.
1. I only got 1. I failed.
It was that
They just
creepy
laugh
stare.
at you. Just laugh at you. Look at them as they laugh at the great Captain Cyrus.
Okay, yeah, you didn't use any dice. You do get an extra dice to your pool though, so that goes up to 4, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
How does it make you feel that this doesn't work? They don't seem particularly intimidated by this.
I'm glad that Lady Blackbird is not here to see it.
All right. You are armed with 2 pistols, though, aren't you?
Yes. But then that's why I assumed it was only a target number of 2.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. It all seemed very sensible. It seemed very easy to do as well.
I am slightly worried that you said that we saw 3 people on the
Yes,
bridge.
yes. Yep.
And I've only encountered 2, so maybe that's
Yes.
why they're more confident.
Yes, the guy rises up from behind you.
with a banner.
Yeah, that's not actually a bad shout. I was trying to think what might happen. I was thinking that maybe they might hit something on the console to kind of sabotage the ship, but I was desperately trying to think of things that might cause problems to the ship, like drop engines or emergency core. But I'll give you a choice. So they could do something to the ship by pulling a lever or something, maybe overloading the engine or dumping it or doing something to it that would make it extremely difficult to kind of escape. Or you can have somebody, as you teleported in, was behind a panel behind the ship or something, looking at some irregularity in the wiring, and has sort of stood up behind you, ready to give you a cosh across the back of the head.
Oh, I think I'm about to be attacked.
Okay. So they seem unremarkably unfazed by this.
They
As
are
their
elite
third
engineers.
Well, they happen to know that Sven, their 6'4", extremely well-built engineer, is standing behind you with a very large spanner.
You sure it wasn't Svetlana? Even more embarrassing.
And you feel a dull pain as a sharp object, actually a dull object, hits the back of your head.
Mhm.
And we will give you the injured condition.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lady Blackbird and Naomi, you race across the gangplank. It's not a very long distance. You arrive at the entrance to the Owl, which will be open. Race through. There'll be a cargo hold, a few, gantries and stairs and things leading to various rooms and the gubbins of the ship.
Okay.
You are familiar with it. It will take you but moments to get wherever you need to go.
I think I'll cast off the bridge if I'm the last one across.
Yep, Snargle will barrel over.
All right. I'm going to use
Snargle kind of detached the gangplank at the Sorrow end, or is he kind of detaching it as he?
No, he's going to go. He was going to detach it from the Owl end because he didn't want it dragging around behind the Owl.
Okay.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so you'll barrel through, and
in that case, sorry, big confusion. I'll continue bodyguarding Lady Blackbird in that case.
Okay, in which case, where's Lady Blackbird going?
Oh, Lady Blackbird is still going towards the bridge. She doesn't know that the captain has already beaten her to the quick on that.
Well, he attempted to gazump her and has failed spectacularly.
Well, he has gazumped her. It's just right. So you arrive on the bridge in time to see probably several pistol shots going off, but I don't know what Andy will be doing. Snargle, are you familiar with Imperial cruiser gangplank disengagement protocol?
Hold on. I've got Sky Sailor, which has got Empire on it, so I'm guessing I've got some knowledge of how these things work.
In which case, I don't think we need to roll. You'll be able to disengage it quickly and cast off. The owl is now free. You are a little bit. Are you concerned at the fact that there are enemy combatants or engineers or something on the ship, your ship? They could do all sorts of things to her.
I am concerned about it, but I still think our position's better the further we are away from that cruiser. So I'm going to ignore all the combat going on around it, and try and get the owl fired up and moving.
All right, you are banking on the fact that the owl can outrun this cruiser.
Well, they're not at the moment, I guess, aware that we're in the owl. So
That is true.
every second we gain now is double in a pursuit, isn't it? Because they're not going to react.
All right, Andy, Lady Blackbird, and Naomi, you are all now in the bridge of the owl, which is not super small, but it's not super large, and there are now 6 people in here, so it's kind of cramped. It's probably slightly, it's larger than the Firefly cockpit is probably bridge, sort of area. It's probably a little bit bigger than that, but it's kind of enough for the action that's happened so far.
So what's the situation as we run in?
So there are 2 engineers who are facing away from you towards Cyrus. Cyrus has got a very big engineer behind him with a spanner in his hand. It looks like he's just been whacked across the back of the head. He's looking a little unsteady on his feet.
Yeah, he's staggering.
The 2 other engineers who are sort of in front of the console are looking at him. And he's got 2 pistols, so they were very still. The 2 don't see you, but the guy with the spanner probably sees you as you come through the door and is ready to speak out. Andy?
Yeah, I'll let Andy
Blackbird?
go first.
Should I go first?
Okay. I don't mind.
Okay.
You're all going to go simultaneously, so just declare what you want to do.
I kind of want to work around what the captain is going to do.
I'm going to spin and fire both pistols at very short range at the Svetlana, whatever it is, who just hit me.
Oh, it's going to sting.
The great big bloody bloke with the large blunt instrument.
That's what I intend to do.
Okay, fair enough. Lady Blackbird.
Chap with the spanner there. 2 rounds rapid.
Yeah. Lady Blackbird, Naomi, what are you going to do to this? You can see the intent on Cyrus's face for sure.
I will, as a bodyguard, I will attempt to disarm and restrain the 2 nearer engineers who don't look like combatants like the other one, so I should be able to deal with them. Whether I can only do 1 or not, it's up to you.
Okay.
I just want to try doing something other than pit. I will do something other than pit fighter, combat tested brutal. I will try something different. So I'm going to do disarm and restrain them.
You should take their heads together and crash them as one.
Yes. Okay.
It's the type of thing that Naomi would do, I feel.
Okay.
If in doubt, live it up. Brilliant. All right. You spin round. Both barrels take shots. Your injury makes you slightly woozy, however. Slightly more difficult shot. If we'll see if he ducks out the way and you blow out the cockpit of the cockpit windows of the.
So does that increase the number of successes I require, or does it reduce the number of dice I roll?
There's no mechanical impact. We just play it by ear as we go. So I'm going to say it's going to make the if you fail, it's going to make the outcome a little bit more detrimental. You're off balance a little.
Okay, so Me,
You're going to need 3 successes. Actually, yeah, 3 successes. We'll need it as it
me,
is.
warrior, pistol, two
Yep.
gun style, shooting,
Oh yeah, yeah.
battle hardened because I'm wounded.
Oh yes, yeah. You probably slightly gone into a battle mode actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Not shooting
I
unarmed
don't
prisoners.
have, I don't yet have the one that I can eventually add, which is hail of lead. But
But you're working on it.
I'm putting 2 in from my pool as well, so I'm
Okay,
up to 8 dice I'm rolling.
good man. All right, you only need 3 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Sorry, 6.
All right.
6 successes.
Okay, what do you want to do? Spin on your heels. There's a thundering explosion in the bridge as you let off both pistols.
Um, both shots centre mass and put Sven down.
All right, Sven, in typical TV series manner or film manner, is thrown back across the owl's bridge into the sort of glass windscreen or whatever it might be. Not glass, it's not going to break for sure. Blood streaking all over it as he slides down the wall. Snargle is probably going to have to clean that up later.
No, Si's doing that. He makes the mess, he cleans it up.
Yeah, chest battered in. Naomi sneaks up behind the 2 engineers and
I could sneak up, but no, I'm just okay. I'll sneak up. I'll sneak up while they're distracted. I like that. So I'll use my ex-slave with sneak.
yeah, I like it.
Tough.
Yeah.
Okay, India Scoundrel Nobles aren't really applicable. That gives me 3 plus 1 for myself, 4. Not that many dice, but then I'll spend a couple of points from my reserve.
Okay. Just think you need 3 successes. 2 will give
Well,
you
I
one of the
got
guys knocked out.
2, so one of them I managed to knock out, but the other one is
The other one manages to slip out of your grasp, showing a certain amount of fighting ability, and is what's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to stamp on your foot in sort of a self-defense maneuver. Is that going to make you injured or angry or slightly like wounded pride?
angry.
Angry. All right, you are angry. Okay, in which case, one of the guys goes down. Dead easy. The other guy, he has obviously had a little bit of training, moves out of the way, stamps on your foot. Doesn't really hurt that much, but you weren't really expecting an engineer to fight back. He's obviously been through basic training.
Okay, I'm angry now.
Okay, Snargle, while this is all going on, you're going to get into your seat and power up the
as
owl.
As he's going across, he's thinking to himself, we want a really big burst of speed here. And he's sort of talking to himself. He gets to the main control console. He wipes some of the blood away so he can see what he's doing. And he's saying, well, I need to purge the whisper drive manifold, presses a couple of buttons. I need to desync the grav spindle assembly, another couple of buttons. And then he goes, oh yeah, fine tune the astral gimbal. And he goes across and just kicks one of the panels really hard. And then sits down again and goes. And I was actually going for sorry, what was that? The key of banter with that.
Oh, no problem at all. Let's go for it. That's 10:15. Look at that. Do you want a dice or an XP?
I'll take the XP for that one.
Perfect. All right. You put 2 dice in that one, didn't you, Chris, when you did your...
I did, yes.
Yes, so you'll get those back.
Right. And I get another one as well, is that right? Because I failed?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
All right. Well, there's still one engineer, but he seems to be superfluous to requirements. He's seen his Sven go down and his friend go down. He has fought back, but now that you've got essentially 4 people on the ship, he's just going to go.
I think Lady Blackbird is due in action, isn't she?
No, he's going to surrender. He's going to put his hands up, but of course that may not stop Naomi because she's pretty angry. So Lady Blackbird, you can see Naomi is less than pleased. You've seen this before. It's
yeah.
going to involve blood and possibly forms to fill out.
The forms. A bit even bigger nemesis. An even bigger fear. Paperwork is an even bigger fear for me than my arranged fiancée.
Imperial bureaucracy always gets you in the end.
I will snap out command to Naomi. Naomi, calm yourself. We have won the day.
I'll stand down.
You are angry though. You are angry. You haven't been. I mean, this guy's an engineer. He's not even a fighter.
A worthy foe.
No, he's just a nobody.
No. Oh well. I'll just punch him then. I'll not obliterate him since he told me to.
With a low
Probably
growl of
won't.
frustration.
Yes.
Okay, you knock him out. You're going to take him with you, dump him overboard.
I want to get the first.
You got
one
2
that-
engineers prisoner.
Yeah.
Effectively.
So actually, both of them, put them both in life vests and throw them overboard, so that they're
Okay.
visible to the to the Hand of Sorrow, so that they focus on recovering them to give us a bit of a head start. That's the plan?
All right.
And I shall say to Snargle, get us underway, and then realise that he's already done it.
Yeah. As you
If
open the
they-
door, you realise we're going quite quickly.
Okay.
If they
You're
bother
gonna
to stop for them.
I think we should have one final roll before the credits for this session roll. As the owl pulls away, do you blow something vital in the engineering section as you slam everything in to go very fast? The metaphorical tires squealing, the engine popping, does something explode and there's a sudden spluttering and you say, but it's not my fault.
That's not fair.
It's not
That's
my
not
fault.
fair.
Or do you race off to, you get a good racing, what do they call it? Not racing start.
Head start.
Head start.
Yeah, no, there's like a racing term, isn't there, where you kind of put it into like a sort of a particular mode and then you get like the perfect. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, whatever that is. Andy can edit that out later and make me look good. Give me a piloting roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so one per pilot. Right, it's daring. I'm pushing
Absolutely.
it to limit. Evasion.
I think you're going to hit your key of the daredevil because I think this is potentially something risky or reckless.
Yeah, okay. Tricky flying.
Yep.
Maneuvering. Okay, so if I get
Evasion,
maneuver,
definitely evasion.
yeah, I think I got evasion. So I had
Yep.
daring, evasion, tricky flying,
Maneuvering.
maneuvering.
Yep. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Yep. I've got 3 dice left. I might as well use them.
Okay.
Uh, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Is that enough? Would you like to re-roll, Ian?
Yeah, I can do. If,
So can I use my secret of leadership Once per session, you can
Yep.
give someone else a chance to re-roll a failed roll by giving them orders, advice, or setting an example. Can I just lean over to Snargle and go, "You forgot this one," and press another button?
Oh, brutal
No,
but fair.
you
Okay.
you forgot to take the air brake off.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
So I think that's
Yeah.
that's a complete re-roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
2, 3, 4, 5 that time.
Perfect. All right. There is a roar of engines as the owl leaps into life. A burst of light from the engines, a roar, as this is not space, so you can hear the roar. Jets of what type of colour will we have coming out of the engines? Won't be like a chemical rocket type sort of engine. We can have any colour we like.
This is my mind. I got that old black and white Buck Rogers film with like a sparkler going out the back.
All right. We will allow a certain amount of sparks and sparkling to come out as the engines clear themselves of their sort of residue and detritus before they burst into life. The whole ship begins to vibrate and shudder as it goes from 0 to 60 in not very much. Everybody will be flung back into their seats. For those not holding on to something, they may be unceremoniously flung to the back of the cockpit. Given
Kickstart My
Cyrus,
Heart by Motley Crue kicks in.
how does Snargle take Cyrus's kind of help in air quotes?
He'll go, "Cheers, boss. I would have noticed that if it wasn't covered in fucking blood."
With that,
I
Yeah.
could simply
the owl.
reply, "Touche."
And with that, the owl heads off into the distance. Maybe with the Hand of Sorrow in pursuit, maybe not. We will find out next time.
Yeah, nice.
Find out next time on Lady Blackbird. Blackbird, not Blackburn.
Thanks to
That's
everyone
all right. You can fix that in editing.
Fix it. in
You
post.
overestimate my editing skills. Right. Thanks for watching. There will be another episode of something at some point. Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.